Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, Indicom launches investigation into police shooting of Teapot. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing another police killing, this time in St. Elizabeth. Dead is Jamar Stevens, also called the Teapot. The police said on Wednesday, about midday, officers were carrying out operational activities when they visited a premises in the Luana housing scheme. During an alleged confrontation, Stephen was shot and injured. He was rushed to the Black River Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police said they also seized a black arm-score revolver containing 3 rounds of ammunition during the incident. Fugitive arrested after dramatic jump from South Avenue apartment balcony. The St. Andrew South Police, whose division has the highest number of murders in the country so far this year, are celebrating a significant win after the dramatic capture of a fugitive who attempted to evade arrest by leaping from a balcony at a corporate area apartment complex. The event, captured from an aerial view by an unknown person, has since gone viral on social media. Dino Bertie Sutherland, a 28-year-old wanted man from 19 Seaward Drive, Kingston 20, was arrested on Tuesday at around 3 p.m. during a targeted operation at 20 South on South Avenue in St. Andrew. Sutherland was detained along with 7 other individuals, including a woman who was reportedly with him at the time. Authorities are investigating the roles these individuals played in harboring Sutherland and any potential connections to local gang activity. According to reports, Sutherland jumped from the balcony and scaled the wall upon realizing that the police were at his location. A pursuit ensued and he was eventually apprehended at a business complex on South Avenue. During the dramatic capture, a police officer can be heard on the viral video shouting, "Hey boy, come down now, no. Don't make me have to shoot you. Turn round." Sutherland then complied without a further incident. Law enforcement officials say Sutherland was a key figure and the active shooter for the 440 Drive gang, which is in conflict with the Summercan gang in the St. Andrew South Police Division. His capture represents a significant step in efforts to dismantle criminal networks plaguing the area, with his activities also affecting the St. Thomas Police Division. Sutherland is wanted in connection with several serious crimes, including the murder of Ricardo Cordo Anderson, committed on January 7, 2025 at 21 Seaward Drive, Kingston 20, and wounding with intent against the Krishna Barba Maiku on January 9, 2025. The police also reportedly seized 10 9mm rounds of illegal ammunition and the Sutherland's identification document at a house on Fenbrook Avenue, Kingston 20. Superintendent Damon Manderson, head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, described Sutherland as a significant threat to public safety, causing havoc through a series of murders and shootings tied to gang activities, particularly throughout January 2025. Sutherland's arrest is seen as a major blow to the 440 Drive gang, which is reportedly led by Mark II Harrison and is viewed as a critical victory in the ongoing efforts to restore peace in the region by eliminating criminal elements. The police are asking anyone with information about Sutherland's alleged criminal activities, particularly in the areas of Balcom Drive, 440 Drive, and the Summercon in St. Andrew, as well as in St. Thomas, to come forward. For this year, the St. Andrew South Police Division has recorded 13 murders as of February 1, compared to just 3 during the same period last year. A state of public emergency is currently in place in the division, one of 4 declared in corporate area police divisions last month. 2 teenagers died in motor vehicle crashes on Wednesday. A teenager died in a motor vehicle crash on the main road linking Waterloo to Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth on Wednesday morning. He has been identified as 17-year-old Marciano Robinson of 7 Corners District in Santa Cruz. The drivers of the vehicles involved in the crash have been warned for prosecution. It is reported that sometime after 9 a.m., the teenager was a pillion rider on a motorcycle traveling from Waterloo when the rider lost the control and crashed into the front of a Toyota Sprinter motorcar traveling in the opposite lane. The motorcycle rider and the pillion rider were injured and taken to the Santa Cruz Health Center, where Marciano was pronounced dead. The other person was treated and released. In the meantime, an unidentified teen died in a two-vehicle collision in Hanover on Wednesday night. The 18-year-old was riding a motorcycle along the Orange Bay Main Road about 10:20 p.m. when he collided with a Toyota Voxy. The police are considering several factors which could have led to the crashes, to include excessive speeding and improper overtaking.
When you drill down further to the causes of these crashes, we understand how critical it is that we have introduced the National Helmet Wearing Coalition, because far too many persons have been dying because they're not wearing helmets. But also loss of control of the motorcycle and speeding, failure to comply with traffic signals, and misjudging distance speed. So some of these things are things that motorcyclists can easily overcome.
Former NHD chairman wants inequalities in accessing affordable housing addressed. Former chairman of the National Housing Trust, Howard Mitchell, says that there is an urgent need to address inequalities in accessing affordable housing in Jamaica. His comments are in relation to a special report carried by the news on Monday about young professionals struggling to purchase a house in Kingston due to the high cost. Speaking with the news on Wednesday, Mr. Mitchell said it would not be inappropriate to ask the NHD to dedicate all its low-income mortgage facilities to a particular segment of the population for the next 5 to 7 years until the inequality is addressed. At the same time, Mr. Mitchell is calling for an overarching policy to deal with the issue of affordable housing for young professionals and young people generally, having a place not necessarily to own, but that they have security of tenure.
But not only young professionals, young people generally, having a place not necessarily to own, but that they have security of tenure. So we need a housing policy that covers that, and I'm not aware that we really have that in a consistent way. And that housing policy also has to be tied to an effective transportation system, because I don't think there's any question that there is very little land left in Kingston that you could afford to dedicate to low-income housing. What we should be doing with Kingston, which is a modern metropolis by any standard, is looking, as you say, to zone not only areas, but areas within the areas to direct development in a particular way. Because otherwise you get a situation like what has happened on Lady Musgrave, where Lady Musgrave was a residential road. But over time, you have had big money come in, put in commercial applications, get the covenants changed, and building massive commercial development, which does two things. One, it gives the residential homeowner a massive uptick in his value if he wants to sell. But if he doesn't want to sell, or if somebody wants to develop residential housing, there is an inequality between the competition that government, by its nature, should try to address if you want a society that is based on equality and equality of opportunity. So we'd have to look at those things in a comprehensive way, and we're not doing it.
Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.